Hi, I'm Robin, and this is Chet, and we are Chet and Robin's Sea Leg Journeys.
Sea Leg Journey!
You like doing that, don't you?
I do.
Tonight we're going to talk about an 11-day cruise. What are you going to do on an 11-day cruise?
What are you going to do on an 11-day cruise?
That's what people say. What are you going to do on an 11-day cruise? I'd be bored to tears.
Oh, my phone just vibrated. Was that you subscribing?
Was it you subscribing?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a thumbs up too, will you?
So if you like our channel, we really would love to have you subscribe to our channel. We are trying to get to 100 viewers.
Or 100 million, whichever comes first.
So anyway, when you're on a cruise ship for 11 days, there is a lot to do. There really is. So the first thing you need to do is separate it into port days and sea days, because they're two totally different days on a cruise ship.
Yes. And you want to plan your day accordingly.
Yes, because whether you're on the ship or off the ship, whether you're at home or not, whenever you don't plan your day, things always just go awry. And then you're like, why did nothing work out? Well, probably because you didn't plan. So part of planning.
That's easy for you to say.
I know, right? Part of planning is being prepared. So if you're going to go off the ship, make sure that you take everything that you need. And if you're staying on the ship, make sure that you have everything you need, because you're going to save trips back and forth to the cabin. Or if you're off the ship, you're going to save, why didn't we bring sunscreen?
Yeah, we've played those games before. On a sea day when you go down, oh, we want to play a game. Got to go back so we can get the game.
Again.
Oh, we forgot to do this and that.
Yeah, there again.
It's even worse on a port day when you're...
Yes, because on a port day, if you've forgotten something such as your water shoes or sunscreen, it can really mess up your port day. Yeah. So the first thing we're going to talk about is port days.
Port days.
Port days.
Yes. Everybody's, of course, aware there are excursions you can do, but we're going to make a whole separate video on all the different kind of excursions you can do, because there's just so many of them.
There are. We're going to do some videos on excursions that we've done. So watch for those. They're coming soon.
But if you don't do that, what do you do?
So a lot of cruise lines have private islands. Princess and Carnival, they have Half Moon Cay, they have Princess Cay. And so a lot of those islands, because they're private islands, they'll have a barbecue. The crew will actually get off the ship and make a barbecue. And they have these, and you picnic under a big pavilion and everything right on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Barbecue days on private islands they're really a lot of fun.
They sure are. And also, if you decide to just stay on the ship, though, you don't want to get off and go to the barbecue or do a short excursion, did you know that you can get a better deal in the spa?
Yes. Spa packages, spa items are cheaper on port days than they are on sea days, because everybody wants to be in the spa when we're at sea, but everybody wants to get off the ship when we're in a port. So you can get a cheaper rate on a port day in the spa.
That's one way we save money. Also, if the sanctuary, like on the princess ships, they're adult-only retreats that you pay extra to do. And the thing is, they book up really fast. The sea days in particular are usually full, but sometimes you can get a port day and check out that experience.
And even on some Carnival ships, they have the additional adult-only. I can't remember what's called on a Carnival ship right at the moment. I just drew a blank. But they have special areas as well that are extra cost for those adult-only areas. And they book up really fast on a sea day.
Also, though, on a port day, it's easy for me to say.
We're on port days.
Port day, you'll find that the pool's a lot emptier there.
Yes, we love port days when we stay on the ship, because there's nobody in the pool. So
or the hot tub.
On a sea day, everybody's at the pool.
All the chair hogs are off the ship. You can get a chair by the pool.
Yes. So on those sea days, when you're walking around, you're seeing all these chairs with all these towels on it, but there's no bodies in those chairs. Well, guess what? On a port day, you can park in as many chairs at one time as you want.
How about that?
Some ships actually have a special daycare on port days so that parents can go enjoy a excursion that is just for the two of them, maybe scuba diving or snorkeling or something where their younger children can't go or it's not safe for them to go. Now, if you're going to do that, you definitely need to make sure that your planning and your timing is spot on for that, because they do fill up. They only take so many children. And the last thing you want is going, well, I thought I could leave my kids here. My husband and I, we paid for this excursion. What do you mean you can't take them? So make sure that you're planning your childcare in the kids club on a port day.
That's right. And I'll tell you what else is great about a port day is when they bring, like in Alaska, we went to Alaska once, and they brought the puppies into the piazza.
Puppies in the piazza. Oh, my puppies are here somewhere. Puppies in the piazza. So on port days, they normally bring in some type of local entertainment or some kind of local educator, and they do some type of, I wouldn't call it a show because it's really not
exhibition.
A show. Yeah. And we've had puppies in the piazza.
Parrots from the Caribbean.
We've had parrots from the Caribbean. The mariachi band. We've had the mariachi band. And the shark guy was on board for Shark Week.
Shark Week was great.
He was fascinating. There were all these children watching. He was talking about all these sharks. And of course, Chet goes up and sits in the middle of all these kids.
It's great because if you can't go to the puppies, they'll bring the puppies to you. If you can't get out to see the birds, they'll bring the birds to you. If you can't get off because you don't want to go see the sharks, but you want to talk to somebody who has been out there firsthand, they bring somebody on there. It's really great.
Well, and that's because the cruise lines know that some people physically cannot get off the ship, or they just, they enjoy the ship. So they bring the land onto the ship. And when we, in Glacier Bay, in Alaska, they bring a park ranger on the ship, and they tell you all about the glaciers. And it's a way for you to still enjoy the local traditions and customs, even though you haven't gotten off the ship. And the lady in the Caribbean that brought the birds, she brought I don't know.
Half a dozen birds?
Yeah, half a dozen birds. She brought cockatoos and macaws, and, she told you all about the birds and all about the things that you don't know as just a regular person. You may know it as an exotic pet owner, but you don't know it as just regular everyday people. And the puppies in the piazza were so much fun.
So port days are good. So people say, okay, great, we got stuff to do on port days. So what about all those sea days you're talking about? We're going to be trapped
on the ship. Oh,
trapped on a ship with all that food and alcohol. I don't know what else they want.
So, sea days can be a lot of fun. Sea days are when your big deck parties come into play. Like New Year's Eve. We were on the ship for New Year's Eve, and New Year's Eve was a sea day. And they had a party on the Lido deck. They had a party in the piazza. They had a party in Princess Lodge.
Sailaway parties that's a sea day when you're taking off. So there's deck parties going on sea days. There's all kinds of stuff. It might be called a hairy chest contest on Carnival.
Yep.
But they'll have something going on up there that you probably want to go check out.
Yes. And then there's live music, DJs, karaoke, things like that. But on some ships, they actually, for adults, they do like a bar hop thing. So you're all in a conga line, and you just literally go to every bar on the ship. I mean, that can be a lot of fun too. And of course, that's in the late evening hours when hopefully the children aren't around so much, or they're busy up in Kids Club. And
if you don't know how to dance, and you see all those people out there dancing, but you want to learn to dance, guess what?
Yes.
Yeah. They teach you dancing on the ship too. You can learn line dances. We once learned some John Travolta moves.
Yeah, John Travolta. We've done salsa lessons on a cruise ship. Merengue lessons on a cruise ship. Of course, country line dancing.
I haven't tossed a worm yet, but I'm waiting.
We may not always participate in the class, but it's a lot of fun to go sit and watch classes take place.
And there's a lot of people, we don't do this, but a lot of people like to go to the casino.
Yes.
On sea day.
Yes, casino and bingo.
And bingo's big.
Those are huge. And then, of course, the pools and the water slides always have people on, on sea day.
They're busy.
Everybody's getting sunburned on sea day.
That seems to be a thing, isn't it?
It really is a thing.
Get sunburned today.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they didn't plan and they didn't bring their suntan lotion with them.
Oh. And then some ships have putt-putt golf. They have outdoor ping pong tables.
Big chess set.
Oh, I love the giant chess set. The chess pieces are like, I don't know how.
They're big.
Like
big.
2.5 feet tall.
You can leave your glasses in the cabin. Forget me, and you still see these pieces.
Yep. And then they have basketball and shuffleboard. And sometimes it's challenges and competitions. Sometimes down the piazza they'll have the beanbag toss, hula hoop contest.
Yes. I've won many a bottle of champagne off this contest. Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, some ships have rope courses and golf carts and all kinds of things.
But a lot of them nowadays, too, have movies under the stars. Perhaps you're a little more sedentary than all that. You just want to kick back and watch a movie.
And then one thing that I just came to my mind about the music was they have lessons.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's that?
The steel drums.
Steel drums, yes.
The last cruise we were just on, the guy was teaching 2 different classes of steel drums, and we didn't get signed into it, but we sat there and observed.
Twice we watched him teach.
It was great.
And
do that.
He was an awesome teacher. He had everybody going, okay, you were here with dun 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 dun, and he's like, okay, then the next part is dun 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 dun.
And rest.
I know, it was a lot of fun, and he really got everybody involved in that. And then we've also seen them do the what's that little tiny ukulele?
There's all kinds of stuff. Stuff you wouldn't think that's going to be on there.
But those things fill up too. That's why you need to plan, and you need to say, okay. What we normally do is, like, this is the Princess Patter, and on Carnival, it's called the Fun Times. And what we do is this is in your room the night before.
Yes.
Like,
if this is made for Tuesday, they'll give it to you Monday night.
Right.
So you got time to look at it.
So what we do is we open it up, and it tells you all the events for the day. And then we just go through and we start marking them, and I'm all about highlighting because I don't want him to forget what I want to do because he remembers what he wants to do, but I don't want him to forget what I want to do, so I highlight it. And then, but nowadays there are apps on a lot of the ships where these are on your phone so that you can not miss the activity that you were planning on. And then there's, he loves trivia. We play more trivia. He plays trivia.
Yeah, you can win stuff there too. We won some cork stoppers for wine bottles.
Yes, we did.
On this last cruise. But they also got other game shows. They got the Load Marriage game show, Liars Club, the Yes No game show.
The Yes No game show. Okay, so if you've never seen the Yes No game show, what that is like, let's say I'm the host, and Chet is, and they pull people out of the audience. So Chet is going to be up here, and I'm going to ask him questions. He can say anything he wants to say to answer the question, except for he cannot say yes or no or uh-huh or okay or uh-uh. And so they'll be like, so, Chet, I hear that you're from Florida.
Maybe.
So what do you do for a living?
Can't tell you.
Do you enjoy that?
Possibly.
Oh, see, now you're being smart. He's not playing the game right.
I'm not.
You're not answering the question.
I just said no. I said, no, I'm not. So you tricked me right there.
And I missed it. I totally missed it. I'm so sorry. Okay. So anyway, they have lots of family game shows. What's that, Mark? They do that big game show where the kids win the whole big old package of games. Can't think of the name of the.
Well, she'll think of that.
Anyway.
Well, we tell you some more of this list here, like fitness classes. I don't know who wants to do that on a cruise ship, but if you do, maybe you've never tried yoga and you want to try it, go ahead. If you want to do the ab classes, they got all that stuff.
Yeah.
They even got personal trainers to give you your own one-on-one time because maybe you didn't want to do it at home. You want to try it out on the ship. So there you go. You can do that. And
wine tasting. That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
I love the wine tasting. Now, sometimes, yes, it's a little drawn out, but the great thing is, and it is an extra cost. You get to taste like, I don't know, 6 or 9 wines, something like that. I think it's 9. Somewhere between 6 and 9 wines.
6.
Is it 6? See, he knows. And then they'll pair it with, some cheese or some little tiny finger foods and stuff. And it's really nice. And they tell you all about the wines and where it comes from. And then the other thing is the Mixology Challenges.
Yes, if you think you make the best drink ever, there's your chance to prove it on the ship.
Right.
You can go up there and they'll have the contest, and some people will try your drink out. And if you're the winner, they'll put it on the menu for that week.
Yes, so that week, let's say...
That's on Carnival, it's not on Princess.
Right. Let's say Robin's drink is the Ringo. Because this is Ringo, so the drink is gonna be named after
Obviously,
him.
it's got tequila in it.
And if my drink wins, then they'll actually serve my drink to passengers, which is really kind of cool.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the art shows and the auctions.
Yes, even though you can't see it in the video, I do have a couple of pieces of art on the wall back there that I bought from a cruise ship on some art auctions and shows.
And they got craft classes. We learned how to do origami on our last cruise.
Yes, and I was not good at origami at all. Not even close.
That was great.
He was good at it.
No,
Yes, he was. He was really good at it. I was like, my whole thing's just not working out for me. And then, like there's sporting events. We were on the cruise ship for, I don't know what it was, some football playoffs. I don't know what they were. I don't know nothing about football.
Yeah.
And they'll play it out on the big screen.
That's right.
Out by the pool. But you can always take a nap. I love taking me some naps on sea days. Relaxing, reading the books. They have ship tours on sea days. You can tour the whole ship behind the scenes.
That's right.
And then, of course, we always bring family games with us. And we're going to do a video about that, too, about great family games to bring with you on a cruise ship, even though we don't have children. It's just the two of us, but we have lots of games we love to bring.
It's a lot of fun. But real quick, what are a couple of your favorites from that list?
From that list? Well, I said the wine tasting was one of my favorites.
Okay.
And I love the fact that I can lay around by the pool and there's nobody on the ship.
There's nobody there, yeah.
What about you?
I obviously like the trivia and the other little games, the beanbag toss and stuff like that. I like to be a little competitive and it's kind of fun.
So we want to know what your favorite things are to do on a cruise ship. And trust me, when you're on a cruise ship for 11 days, you will not be bored.
You will not be bored.
You will only be bored if you stay in your room. That's the only way you can be bored, is if you stay in your room and do nothing.
Yeah.
But we look forward to hearing from you, and we'd like to hear your comments. And make sure that you subscribe. Ringo says, subscribe to Mommy and Daddy's channel.
And Enzo seconds the motion, wherever he's at.
Oh, was that your phone ringing?
Yes, I think it was. Oh, thank you for subscribing.
It was you. Thank you so much.
That's great.
I can't find the mouse to stop.